What are we learning from Pfizer this morning?
Well, Jonathan, this is incredible data, I have to say. I mean, I haven't seen data, but reading the press release, it's beyond what I expected it to be. It's above 90% protective in terms of efficacy. And it's not on just that 32 patients that we were worried about that they might come out too early. It's on 94 cases. So, I really don't think it could have got any better than this at this stage of the readout. The data can change when more patients are recorded, et cetera, but at this stage, it could not have been better.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Fernandoherrera, and I am in the journey to financial wellness in Las Vegas. This is my daily stock portfolio update, and I share my buys and sells on my Fidelity brokerage account, and I deposit $1,000 every month. So if you don't want to miss any future videos, please subscribe, and don't forget to click that like button. So today, obviously, it's a very, very interesting day for the stock market. We got some huge news that prompted almost a 5% at the beginning of the day for the Dow. That's almost 13,000 points. And obviously, I mean, it's been crazy. So there has been a massive amounts of pretty much profits and winnings from companies that we have been seen struggling since the coronavirus hit. But today, our biggest gainer is Boeing, TJX, and Disney. And then Take-Two, DocuSign, and Chewy were our worst performers today. In terms of dollar value, it stays around the same. Now, overall, as our portfolio, we have a number one. Before it was Peloton with our biggest return. Now HON or Honeywell has taken that position, and our biggest loser continues to be Broom. Now, UPS, I was impressed because, well, it is a coronavirus technically stock, because the more coronavirus, the more strain, the more we rely on deliveries such as FedEx and UPS. But I do think UPS was kind of hit a little too hard, which might prompt me to buy that stock later today, depending on how the market continues to react. Now, I did have some activity today. Firstly, I did receive a dividend from MasterCard. All these dividends or all these activities are as of today. So it's only 5 cents, not a big deal. Their dividend yield's not that big. I also sold some of Peloton. I actually exited my complete position on Peloton, and I did start a new whopping $100 position on Walmart. Walmart, actually, I will be initiating more probably as the months come. But right now I'm just starting a 100 position on Walmart. Now, balance right now we have 4,179 worth of value. We still have around $1,200 or $1,178 worth of cash available to buy. Now let's get to the point of today's video. The reason really of what's going on and why everything's going so crazy in terms of the stock market and huge profits is because Pfizer released a press news conference, or I guess like some news. They released some news that their vaccine is actually 90% efficient. So that's actually huge. That's pretty good. It's still on trials, and it's, they're still going to move into bigger phases. So the vaccine is not yet available, but we're seeing very promising results from them.
Sam, we're thrilled to have you on today with your work out of Cardiff and your doctorate in pharmacology. Let's go to the efficacy of the moment. Measles is a 97% success rate. Dr. Fauci and others have talked about a 75% success rate. So scope for us the success of a 90% efficacy for this RNA vaccine.
Yep, so Tom, if you think about it, flu vaccines range from, we've even seen efficacy at low 30s or 20s up to about 60% protection. So here, when you're...
Another thing we have to look into is the political race, or the presidential race that's been happening. If you have been living under a rock, you probably don't know by now that Joe Biden has been declared the winner of the 2020 presidential race. However, you can only imagine how Trump feels. Pretty much like you would have expected. He feels like this race is being stolen from him. And not only that, he's actually influencing millions of people in terms of how they feel about this presidential and election process. So really things to look towards the future. I mean, today is a great day for the stock market, but there's still a lot of uncertainty. I mean, what if Trump still continues to escalate the transition of power from him to Biden? I mean, how bad can things get? Like, these are things that would not only impact a sector of the stock market, it would most likely impact the whole stock market, as a whole. So expect a bumpy road if there's no uniform positive transition of power from Donald Trump to Biden. Now, Jim Cramer has been talking about some Biden stocks and pretty much how some of these stocks would perform really well if there was a Biden presidency. So in that case, that seems to be that's going to be like the course. I mean, it's already very certain that that's probably going to be the course to take. So I would suggest for you guys to start looking into some of the China stocks and companies that are heavily invested in China, such as Apple and Starbucks, because the relationship with China should improve once Biden takes presidency or the presidency office. Now, again, guys, as time continues to go, there's still a lot of uncertainty. Things to look out is the increase of coronavirus cases, potential shutdowns and delays on the vaccine availability, escalating legal fights between presidents. So just invest wisely and always have a balance. Don't go too much to the Nasdaq or to the Dow. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please click that like button. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.